white bird, great white bird, a great white bird. Oh, they are dancing by the water's edge. A great white bird dancing, seen by the shore, seen by the river, seen by the lake, dancing. A great white bird, great white bird, a great white bird, dancing. Fly high among them, fly bird, fly among them, fly among them. The great white bird, great white bird. Heavenly bird, heavenly bird, when the world goes away, it's the only bird returning in 30 birds, dancing by the water's edge. There was a heavenly bird, its name was the 30 birds. One in a million, one in a billion birds fly among them. Today is everything. Dance with the 30 birds, hey, with the great and the little birds. Dance with the bird by the living water, dance among them. A great white bird, great white bird, a great white bird, dancing, bound with the water, dance with the heavenly bird, dance, dance, dance. Oh, oh. Great white bird.
The place where the land meets the sea to breathe in the fresh air is a sacred site to be respected and protected. The beings who inhabit such a place play an important role in the sacred dance of life. This includes the humans whose businesses and dwellings stand on the outskirts as much as the vehicles that travel the thoroughfare from one urban city to another. In the busyness of life, it is easy to forget to notice the subtle messages that live, breathe, and transform beyond the veil of mundane life. Humans with hearts are summoned by the great white bird to stand beside them in reverence as the guardians of that which is sacred, life. One such place, the Berkeley Aquatic Park, constructed 1935 to 1937, a wetland, one of Mama Earth's sacred ceremonial sites where a daily purification ritual dance helps to purify the space. As Berkeley's largest city park, this is not an easy task. With the expanse of Berkeley on three sides and the large, heavily traveled I-80 freeway, the beings that inhabit the aquatic park are hard at work, supported by the innovative structures like the 8 24-inch diameter clay and concrete tide tubes that run under the freeway, exchanging ocean water with inland water for the purpose of helping to keep the lagoon water clean. The health of the water is of key importance to the survival of these locations. Egrets are the sacred guardians of wetland ecosystems whose quiet and graceful presence helps maintain the balance and health of these sacred junctures where the water, earth, and air merge. It is here the Great Egret walks between the seen and unseen as healers, messengers, and wise elders from beyond. Traditionally, their feathers were included in healing ceremonies to clear negative energies and prayed with to bring peace and harmony into situations. At the aquatic park, the Great Egret removes negative energy by infusing stillness, peace, harmony, grace, and elegance into a fast-moving industrial landscape. True healing is a balancing act that asks stability and cooperation of all parts. As messengers, their presence signals the beginning of the end of chaos and conflict, good luck, and the stability, harmony, and balance of an ecosystem. Looking into their reflection in the water, may we look within to recognize the condition of our own internal ecosystem. Look to the intelligence of the Great Egret to learn how to restore balance within so that we may all walk in reverence together. As the peacemaker, Egret's presence is a reminder that even in harsh, less than pure environments, through patiently wading into the shallow waters, an abundance of nourishment is all around. At the Berkeley Aquatic Park, the Great Egret learned to sit near the location where the tidal tubes bring the fresh ocean water in along with a healthy supply of food. It is here they thrive. Foraging in an open space along the edges of lakes, large marshes, shallow coastal lagoons, ponds, mudflats, shores, estuaries along rivers, by standing or walking in shallow water, waiting for the fish to come near, and with a rapid thrust of its bill, it grabs the fish. Their nest tends to be in trees near water, sometimes in the thickets, some distance from the water, or low in a marsh. Great egrets nest high, 10 to 40 feet above groundwater, sometimes even 90 feet up in the tall cypress trees like the ones that line the Berkeley Aquatic Park. The great egrets engage in elaborate courtship displays. The males perform aerial displays, puff up the chest, flutter their wings, stretch the neck, and point the bill toward the sky to attract the females. When two egrets unite, the two bird lovers preen each other's feathers, perform aerial acrobatics together, and build a nest together high up in the trees or shrubs. The females lay a clutch of 3 to 4 eggs, and both parents take turns incubating the eggs. Egrets help prevent the overpopulation of the aquatic creatures by feeding on fish, crustaceans, frogs, salamanders, snakes, and aquatic insects. A healthy wetland includes suitable water quality and a habitat that allows a diverse range of species to flourish. Being that egrets thrive in wetland environments, their presence is an indicator of the wetland's health. Because egrets rely on wetlands to survive, when drained, polluted with pesticides and industrial waste, or turned into locations for human activities, there are fewer places suitable for the species to flourish. The Berkeley Aquatic Park provides a perfect habitat for the survival of the egrets and aquatic life. Symbols of purity, peace, harmony, grace, elegance, stillness, stability, and wisdom. As the muse, throughout history, artists, healers, and storytellers have been inspired by Egret's elegance, distinct features, mystical messages, and beauty. Two of those artists, Gary Raven Trout and his late wife Ellie Fiddler, have a message that, like the Egrets, is crossing over between the seen and the unseen. Gary was called by the Egrets to the aquatic park in 2011 when he saw around 50 egrets show up to the lagoon after a large oil spill. He watched the egrets perform a sacred ceremony that began to cleanse the environment. He captured the mesmerizing photos as they spoke through him. His wife, Ellie Fiddler, inspired by his photographic works, created an artwork called The Great White Bird. With her passing, Gary has been communicating with her through the legacy of her art. As he sits in a pink, emerald, and golden sunlit backyard amidst the palm, cherry, and willow trees of her home, he meditates with her image of the great white bird, inspired by his photos that captured the message through the art. The Great White Bird Song, written by Raven Gary Trout and Freeway Frank Bowen, is inspired by the art of Ellie Fiddler. May this art inspire the hearts of humanity to protect these sacred sites in reverence and reciprocity. In loving memory of Ellie Fiddler.